wine, children singing in something rhyme, with stuff in the things and things up your bum. It's Christmas, you sod. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen of Threshold.fm, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, of the world, of the planet, hello. Broadcasting a slightly reduced, yes, a largely reduced service today, as I'm in the new studio, as you'll be able to see. It's all a bit bare at the moment, and I think there's a little bit of an echo going on in here. But I just, decided to move yesterday, as there was just a window to get a load of stuff done, and so, like any decent lobster, I took the opportunity and just, ran with it. But the internet is rather lacking here, and they were supposed to install me a cable today, but it was their Christmas party last night, so they were all shit-faced and now hungover, and now no one's in. But I'm tethering the internet off my phone, and it seems to be working at 540p, although YouTube is making all manner of complaints on my end. But you're supposed to be doing it in 720. Boo-hoo. All right, look, calm down, YouTube. Calm down. It's all going to be okay. It's basically nearly Christmas. It's everyone's last day at work. It's people probably had their parties last night. They're hungover. They're not productive today. They're just basically they're here in physical form, but not mentally. No one working today is there mentally. It's not a goer. But look, yeah, I'm in the new studio. It's bigger than my last one. It's nicer as well, and it will be once I've moved everything else in. I don't know whether or not I can show you a little bit more of what's going on with it. Move that over here. So there is. Oh, best to do it. There's a load of action over there. It's got a sort of girders, so that'd be fun. I can hang some of those hipster lights off it. It's Wesley Snipes there. You'll know him from the radio show Coffee and Memes. And then there's a whole load more space and stuff over there. It's going to be fine. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's all going to be all right. Looks like you're in prison. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a prison vibe to it, although I don't think prison cells are quite this big. Look, so oh no, that's not going to work, is it? Hold on. There we go. I just kind of wanted to use this episode as a sort of full stop to the end of the year, because it's been a funny old year. It's been it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster. In August, I almost gave up doing music completely. I almost went to Drum and Bass HQ and handed in my notice. It was a dark few months, but then I decided to make a list of all the things that I actually enjoyed doing, and the only thing on that list was Rankin's Records, which was the sort of drum and bass vinyl retrospective that I do on a Thursday. And I was like, right, well, how is there only 1 hour in my working week that I'm actually enjoying? What's going on here? Okay, well, how can we make it so? Well, why don't I just do that hour every day? What would happen if I just decided to do that every day for an hour? I can roughly arrange that around the stuff that I do to pay the bills, do the sound design work. It's like, oh, okay, well, and then we've got the annoying issue that Facebook keeps taking down the videos. That's annoying. Okay, well, how can we get around that? Okay, well, can you start an online radio stream? How does that work? Oh, that's actually quite easy to do. Okay, well, let's do that. And then, Threshold is born, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do a morning show every morning. And I'll commit to doing it for a month and see what happens, because fuck knows, people might not like it. People might think it's shit. It might be shit. And as it turns out, people don't seem to think it's shit. People actually seem to enjoy it. And before you know it, there's a lobster crew And the month flies by, and listenership goes up, and subscribers go up, and we're working out how it's going to work as we go along. People are bearing with me, and then people start supporting on Patreon, and well, I've got to keep going now, haven't I? And other people want to get involved. Other people want to do shows on the station. People are listening. People are sending messages saying it's making their commute to work better, saying it's keeping them going on night shifts, saying that it's and all of these things. And I'm just so eternally grateful to everyone that has been listening, and everyone that's supporting, and everyone in the Lobster Crew group, and everyone in the Rankin's Records group, and the people that send me messages on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm just like coming from nearly jacking it all in, like really nearly going, okay, I'm just so disillusioned by the music industry as a whole and my own creative output that I'm just going to have to go off and do something else. So to come from that, do a complete U-turn to now, right, this is my thing. This is what I need to do. I need to try and plumb everything, all my creative output rather, into this, and to try and make this my full-time occupation. And I think potentially next year I'll be able to do that, and that'll be amazing, and I'll have all of you lot to thank for it. That makes me feel fucking emotional. It's been a wild one, and I definitely do have you all to thank. Oh, Wesley Snips here. He's been keeping me going, keeping me on the straight and narrow, haven't you? Keeping me off the corners, away from the low rises, away from that tasty crack cocaine. Oh, Wesley Snips, you keep me on the straight and narrow. Yeah, thanks to everyone in the Lobster Crew group. It's a ragtag crew of misfits. With Sam ruling the roost with an iron fist. Sam is kind of the Nelson Munns of the group. That he's there to sort of keep a rough order of things. Make sure people don't step too far out of line. But really, at his heart, he's just a dear young lobster. Looking for acceptance and meaning in the world like the rest of us. And thanks so much to everyone that's supporting on Patreon. Like that fills me with all manner of joy, from people that are supporting from $1 a month to $50 a month. It's crazy, and just thanks so much. And I think it's been a really, really good year for drum and bass. Like, I think that there's a lot of there's a lot of like neuro sound alikes. There's a lot of neuro by numbers. There's some really fucking amazing stuff, like just ridiculously good stuff. Like Eat Brain are putting out amazing stuff. Critical are putting out amazing stuff. Like, Jesus, that Killbox album, absolutely ridiculous. Like, audio and Ed Rush's output's been amazing. Like, there's just been so much good stuff that it's a real pleasure to be sort of playing drum and bass full time again. It's brilliant. I got new EP coming out on Prospect in January, which will be a lot of fun. Going to potentially go back out on the road next year after about roughly 2-year hiatus from playing out. So that's going to be good. Hopefully we do a lot of live shows as well. Like I'm obviously doing this series of live shows about trying to untangle mental health in music, which will be January, February, March. So, but then after that, I want to try and do some other Threshold shows, which will have some of the people that do shows on the station coming in to just DJ, and then maybe we'll do some podcasty style elements. We'll find some venues where we can do a bit of both, and then we can all meet up and see each other's faces, realise that it's much weirder in real life than it is on the internet. Maybe we'll try and get a little sort of threshold on the road. Like they like to take radio stations. The Radio Road Show, the Threshold Radio Road Show, could be a bit of fun. We've got new people coming on to do shows in the new year. A few more people. I'll give you more details of that in the coming weeks. But the slots are filling up. Like, we've got Gold Top on, we've got Mezzanine Show, the Killer Keller podcast is going to be running on here. We've got New Scientific, and I'm hopefully looking to get some bigger names on board next year, and just to try and keep pushing this crazy machine forwards. And as long as you guys keep enjoying it, like, then I'm, you know, overjoyed to be able to have the opportunity to do it. And if you have suggestions, like if you, you know, if there's stuff that you want, like, you know, even if you've never done a radio show before or anything like that, but you have an idea for one that you think would be amusing, like we can broadcast pre-recorded shows. Stuff doesn't have to be done live, and you know, you can put the whole thing together with, like, if you can get a half decent microphone, get a half decent USB powered microphone, just, you know, you can make shows. Squidgy beats in the chat, you're funny. And yeah, so if anyone has any like wild ideas, then I'm absolutely all ears. Like, I want to make this station different from everyone else. I feel like I'm doing something that's kind of unique here. I don't think anyone else does a show like mine. And it's, you know, I think that's why it's attracted this small but dedicated ragtag crew of misfits that are into it. And, you know, they're my kind of people. So, yeah, if you've an idea for a podcast, if you've an idea for a music-based show, for a chat show, anything like that, just get in touch. Like, send me a message on Facebook, on my High Ranking page, or the Threshold page, or in the Lobster Crew group, or you can just email me at will@threshold.fm. And yeah, hopefully next year, like looking into trying to get like a bit of funding maybe, and trying so I can up the quality of like skits and interludes and other video segments that I can do for the show. I want to try and find someone that can do like graphics and transitions and all this sort of stuff, and so I can, you know, make it a bit more like a, I don't know, kind of a little bit more like a TV show. But basically, it's Wayne's World, isn't it? Kind of what we're looking at here. It's Wayne's World with drum and bass, lobsters and sex robot news and pingers. And that's fine by me. I'm happy to occupy that niche in the market. No problems there whatsoever. Want to get more guests in. I think this studio is big enough to set it up so I've got like a sort of podcast broadcast table, which you can get 4 people round. And then I'll be able to have another section where I can just do my show from, and then hopefully have like decks and turntables set up for people to do live, just straight music shows from. Got plenty of cool people that are coming in to do podcasts next year. Mampy Swift's going to come in. That's going to be really interesting. Got Beardy Man's going to come in. People to come on the show are going to be TB's going to come on. Coffee and Memes. Who else have we got? Koo. Loads more people that I can't think of. And yeah, if you have suggestions for guests that you would want to see on the show, then yeah, let me know, or let them know. Tell them, hey, go on Rankin's show. Go on Coffee and Memes. We'd love to hear you on there. Mob Tactics, they're going to come on. We're going to go to the park. They're going to push me on the swings. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And look, it's been a hell of 2018 has been a hell of a year. People were eating Tide Pods. KFC ran out of chicken. We had the Beast from the East. Brexit. It's been a wild one. 2019 can only be wilder. And so I hope you will all join me on this crazy roller coaster ride through the unknown, through the simulation, all across this flat earth. We will play both types of music, drum and bass. Nice. Rob says, play both types of music, both drum and bass. Good plan. Good frickin' plan. Yeah, I think 2019 is going to be pretty crazy. But like, I want this station to be something that's very free and open, not constrained by normal broadcast. Like, I think if someone came along and went, oh, let's get Threshold on digital, let's get a DAB thing, I'm like, nah, no, I don't think that's going to work. I don't want something that's going to be regulated by anything, like get regulated by Ofcom or something like that. Like, I want something where I can do whatever I want, where I can say whatever I want, where I can make whatever jokes I want, where I can, swear, talk about drugs, whatever. Like, as long as I don't say anything illegal, like, then it's fine. So I can say whatever I want within the boundaries of British common law. Fine. But yeah, this is the whole point, that we're not constrained by traditional broadcast standards or methods. You know, we can keep the standards very low. No. We can keep the standards, you know, the standards will increase and go up and flourish like a beautiful lobster. Do lobsters live forever? Is that true? I heard. The lobster is like, apparently lobsters can change their gender, or lobsters are both genders or something. The lobsters are like a symbol of a positive symbol of the trans community, so that's cool as well. Like, you know, fuck it. We're just out. I'm as inclusive as it gets. I love everyone. I think we're all right. You know, as long as you're not a Nazi or a commie, you know, and you fall in the middle of there, you're okay by me. Right, look, thank you again just so much for listening to me ramble on endlessly every day while dropping the occasional shoe thrower. I'm just, so thankful to all of you. You're all wonderful humans. So look, for the last time this year, I'll shout out the VIP list. A couple more additions this morning to it. And I wish you all a extremely lovely Christmas, whatever you're doing. If you're of the religious persuasion that doesn't celebrate Christmas, then just happy holidays and, you know, go and have fun. Go and eat Chinese food. That's what Jewish people in New York do, I'm told. They just still go and have Chinese. But yeah, thank you to the VIP list. Thank you to everyone that's supporting on Patreon. Thank you to people that are making just normal PayPal donations. You're all wonderful. And I can't wait for next year. I'm going to do a lot of, going to sort this place out over the gap between now and the new year, and hopefully record a whole load more skits and segments, getting my mum involved. I think my mum's going to be reviewing stuff. She's probably just going to be mercilessly taking the piss out of me. This is generally how it works. And hopefully maybe we'll have some new characters, and we'll see what we can do. So look, a special thanks to the VIP list, which is Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, every time. Matthieu Kedzierski, Michael Kedzierski, Matthieu Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Cooper, and Kennedy Lightfield. Wonderful folks. Thank you to everyone that's given me, you know, all the support. People who are sharing the podcast, people who are sharing the YouTube videos, people who are giving stuff, nice comments and nice ratings and all of these things. And look, all you have to do is listen. That's all I ask of anyone. I think you're wonderful folk, and thank you so much for this year. I'm truly honoured. Okay, go out and have a good time tonight. Have a good time over Christmas and have a good time over New Year's. I'll be back at 10 a.m. on the 3rd of January for these crazy coffee and memes.